Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you've been here before. I'm smiling because we're going to use Violet Thoughts on this eye, and I'm nervous. And we're going to use Jade Dreams on this eye. So these are what both of the palette looks like. I did my brows. A brand new fresh brow pencil, still Fenty MVP because the other one I finished it. And my brows are on opposite sides of the world. I'm just like, it is what it is. And on my inner rims and lower lash line is MAC Color Excess Glider Dye Gel Pencil Eyeliner. I'm really nervous about this, and I'm going to tell you why. If you see redness here, so you see this side of my face. If you see redness over here, two of these stained, I don't know if it was this one or just these two, but it stained where I had swatched it. So I removed my makeup remover wipe, micellar water, or I sprayed my face with the Scandinavia makeup remover spray and then used a makeup remover wipe. And so I got everything off, and I looked in the mirror and I'm like, what's these red marks on my face? And I'm touching it and I'm like, what the hell? So then I used another makeup remover wipe and I was like, oh my word. It's stained. I have never had eyeshadow stain my lids. I've had it stain my arm or the back of my hand when I did swatches, but for my eyelids, I've never had it stain, and I think it's just my removal process. But anyway, so I am like very nervous about these purple shades, these two here. But we're going to use these, and we are going to do one look each eye because I just want to see what's going to happen. I might do two-toned, I'm not sure. So for the green eye, I might put on Inglot number 75 for upper lash line, and I may put purple under here, I'm not sure, from the Violet Thoughts palette. And for the purple eye, we're going to use Inglot number 86. That's what that looks like. So this is going to look really funky, like, and I don't know if it'll be funky in a good way or not. And then maybe put one of the Jade colors over here. So we're just going for it. So we're going to put on Silverbook. I am like really excited, but at the same time, I'm afraid for my eyeballs. Because when I have a reaction to eyeshadows, my eyeball itself actually does swell up, and it lasts for up to 3 days on top of the other stuff that's going on my lid. So we're going to prime the lid. I don't have, excuse me, brushes pulled out, but I imagine we're going to use the Esom V27 brushes, and probably, and they hide from me because they're short. So you see the difference. This is the Hourglass number 3. So let's prime the eye. I'll do the intro, and then we're going to do these looks. I may have to chop it up a bit because I also want to do Cherry Bomb and Over the Rainbow, and I do want to try to fit it into this one video. So let me just stop talking, prime, do the intro, and then see where we are with, you know, trying to get these done. And if I need to edit, then I will edit. I don't really have a plan either for like what's going to go where. So we're just kind of winging it. So I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. I don't even know if I said that in this video yet. The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. I do curse in videos sometimes because I curse sometimes, period. What else? There's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. It may make an appearance. I don't know. It's never expected. So when it happens, you know, it just happens, and I just say, excuse me, and we just keep it rolling. I think it adds charm to my channel. If you've been here for a while, let me know. Like, do you think it adds charm to my channel when I'm hiccuping and gurgling and whatnot? And I could easily like edit it out well, it is easy. It's just time consuming if I edit it out every single time. But it goes to just owning who you are and being conscious of it, which is why I do say excuse me. But yes, that's what we do. So I think we may go back and forth because I should have just primed one eye at a time. So I'm already messing up because I am like really nervous because these and so I'm hoping these are eyeshadows versus pressed pigments. And so we'll find out whether or not I have an issue with them, because some eyeshadows I do have an issue with anyway. Excuse me, just because of whatever. I'm trying to find really quick. I'm gonna edit this out. I found one. Here's another one. I was grabbing two MAC 210 brushes. So we're gonna start with the green eye. So what I'm thinking is to do somewhat of a halo, but not really. Using multi-chromes and dual chromes, ideally use one or two at the most, because that way you can see the shift on the lid. If I have one shade here and then another shade here, when I turn, you'll see the shift. If I put like one here, one here, one there, one there, you're only going to see, excuse me, the base shade. You're not going to see the shift because they're too close together. But we're going to put 3 on the lid, because y'all know I got to do stuff. And later when I finish the face, I will edit that out. And so I'm thinking to do a halo. So let me see. This is an Hourglass number 3, and I do think this is going to work for the smoother, ooh, excuse me for the glare, for the smoother shadows. Like this one, you can tell it has some texture to it, but the rest of them seem to be pretty smooth in here, except for this one. So excuse me if you saw that. So I wonder, I feel like it's something in my eye. I wonder also if this would work with the Fenty 230 brushes. So I'm going to just pull out some Fenty 230 brushes, the ones that are already stained, and I'm going to pull out some Esom brushes and a couple more Hourglass number. Oh, I dropped it and caught it, thankfully. But I do have like 6 of the Hourglass ones. I have a lot of brushes. When I like one, I get more. If you've been here, you know this. So we're just pulling out a bunch of these brushes. And we're not going to do transition, which I seldom do anyway, because these are all whatever this formula is. Well, none of them are matte. I'll just say that that's easier. I got stuff everywhere now. So we're going to take a stained brush and we're going to, I'm thinking to take this one. And I'm not going to say the names because it'll take me a minute to look on the back. So this one, and it's upside down. So this is the top. Because I'm thinking doing a mid shade here, a lighter one in the middle, and a darker one on the outer corner. So a wannabe halo, but not quite. And excuse me for that glare. So this shade right here in the center, and I need to close up the violet one because if there is fallout, I don't want it to fall in there. So the center shade at the top, we're going to, oh man, oh my gosh. I will put the swatch live stream video. This is easy. Oh my gosh, this is smooth. Someone asked if the formula felt the same as the Notoriously Morbid formula, and it really does. Oh, that went on so easy. Oh my gosh. We're gonna put that brush away. I'm wondering if I do want to put that away or not. Because sometimes I do go back and forth. Yeah, let's keep that out. Because with all these brushes I have laid out, I'm gonna get confused probably. So now we're going to take another stained one. And excuse me for that glare. We're going to take this shade. Or this shade. We're going to take this shade. Which one did I just point at? This looks purple when I look at it this way. This is what oh my goodness, this is what I'm seeing. That's why I was like, what am I looking at? It looks like a bluish purple. But we're going to take this one. Oh my gosh. And not a lot is tapping off. We're going to put this over here. It does have a little texture to it, but it's not a lot. I only did not do my face because I'm exhausted. And I wanted to do this video, and I was trying to find a video to watch while I did my base face. And I said, you know what? Let me just stop sitting here looking through the phone and just do the damn look. Yeah, that's this one. Oh, there's the shift. And this is what I'm saying. So if I pack something next to this really close, you're not really going to see it. You're not going to see the shift. So we're going to bring this over a little bit further. Yeah, let's do that. Ooh. Yeah, so it does feel like the same Notoriously Morbid formula. And I did email my rep, and she did say it will be shipped quicker because it's not hand pressed in house. And so that was good news. How much quicker? I don't know. Oh, man. Ooh. But she did say quicker. I feel like I'm going to want to take something for the transition. I'm going to put this down. We're going to go back with the brush for the first shade. What did we use for the first shade? Was it this one? Oh, damn. Was that this shade? Damn it. I think so, looking at how, I don't know. Is that the same shade? I don't know. But we're going to pull it further over. And I started all the way in just in case it was, just in case it wasn't the same shade. Oh man, are y'all seeing this? Oh, oh man. Man. So we're going to take an Esom brush, and we're going to go into, is this the shade I don't know what the hell I did. We're going to take this one here. Because they look different looking here than where you are. I'm confused. Did we use this shade? This looking over looks bright green and chunky. This is almost what I'm seeing. We're going to take this shade only because I know we didn't use it. This one I remember was hard to pick up. It does move around in the pan when I was swiping the sponge tip in it, and it's moving around in the pan, swiping the brush in it. So I know we did not use this one. The other two I really don't remember. So we're going to tap off. Nothing's tapping off. And we're going to just put this in the center of these two shades. So we're not going to see much of a shift. So we're just bridging them together. And you see the shifts happening. Maybe. I'm seeing it down here. Yeah, so you're seeing... So this is going to be this look. And she is pretty. He is pretty. They are pretty. All of them are pretty. This was simple and easy. I was thinking this was going to be more green. That's why I chose that one. But still, look down here. Are you seeing what I am seeing? I don't know, but down here in the shaded area, it is beautiful. Down here, I'm seeing bright green, and when I turn this way, it's almost like a bluish purple. And then when I turn this way, I just see like a greeny gold, and here I see more of a golden gold. So I don't know what you're seeing, but that's what I'm seeing. So we only use 3 brushes, so we're gonna put those away. So now we're gonna move over. Oh, I can put this down. Hey, I'm nervous for this one, like for real, like for real. Let me find a nicely stained one since these are darker. Excuse me, Dougie Fresh. Yes. Have you ever seen the show when fellas on the mic with 1-minute rhymes that don't come out right? They bite. They're never right. That's not polite. Am I lying? No, you're quite right. So tonight, on this very night, you're about to hear, we swear, the best star rappers of the year. We're gonna take this one right here. So cheerio, yo, scream bravo. I don't know what I was gonna say. Also, if you didn't know, this is called The Show. I miss old school hip hop, and I really shouldn't say so because I do listen to it quite often. But as far as it being like mainstream, well, was hip hop ever really mainstream? So this is this shade. Yeah. That's pretty. Excuse me for these noises. I'm just like, what is happening? I think I have an eye booger, but I don't know. It might just be how the eyeliner is settling. All right, we're going to take another stained brush, and we're going to go into this one. Sorry to poke you in your eye. So we're going to go into this one, and I have to put it in there because then I'll look down here and be like, which one was it? Because they look different. Oh my gosh. Oh. I think this would go on better with the Esom brush, but it is going on easy and it's going on well, and it doesn't look to be a lot of fallout on my face. Like it's holding it. That's why this is a stained brush, because it does hold shadow, but as you see, it places it too. So it's sort of just like pressing and pulling at the same time, like a press pull, in this way, press pull, press pull. But man, this I'm stuttering again, like when I did the swatches. Every time I tried this, not every time, but a lot of times when I tried to speak, I just started stuttering. was just like, oh my gosh, these are gorgeous. I am going to take a brush and just go across the transition area just to soften that line, but I'm not going to put a shadow up there. This is pretty. So now we're going to, and it really is not a lot of fallout. Here's a piece of hair right here. So now we're going to, what did we use for the first part of the lid? I think we used this one. Yeah, we used this one because it has a pink in it. So we're going to take this one, which is the same texture as that center shade or whatever shade that was over there. Which one was it? That was the same texture as this one. And I can tell by looking at it. So I know we didn't use that one. So we're going to take this shade right here. But you know what? I think I need an Esom brush. So I'm patting it in here and it's just moving it in the pan. Like patting in the middle is just like pushing it towards the side. But we're going to see if anything is there. There is a little bit there. That's pretty. But still, there was a little bit there still, which is good. But we're going to take this brush, the Esom brush, because it's more dense. Yeah, it's still moving in the pan. When I swipe this way, it creates like a wave. So then I come back this way to put it back in the sensor. Oh my gosh. So you see that dip in there? That's me trying to get it on the brush. So let's see. Oh, and it's green. This is the purple palette. You see that? Oh my word. So we're just going to go back and forth. Oh. This is pretty. So over here I see like a shiny royal blue, and then I see some greeny shimmer something right here, and then I see this pinky, almost like a pink burgundy. I'm horrible at describing colors, but what? So we're looking at this eye, and now we're looking at this eye. These are, oh my, and they were so easy. So we're putting those three brushes away. Oh my goodness. So now I want to do lower lash line, and then we're going to do upper lash line, and I'll edit that out. Oh, you know what? I wanted to, we're going to take two of these brushes. They have nothing on them. These are Esom V31. And so what we're going to do, we're just going to just blend back and forth. And this is a dense brush. I didn't want to use a fluffy brush because I want the shadow to move and to blend upward without adding more shadow. That's nice. So we'll see if it makes a difference over here. So you see how it's just kind of straight. And so yeah, it is blending it upward and just making it not look harsh like how this one goes straight over. So this is nice. And now we're going to just do small circular motions, mostly above that center shade. Just to bring, that's nice, to bring it up some, and right here because it looks to be like a gap right here. But like this it doesn't, but like this it does. But that's the essence of multi-chrome. Sometimes they look one way and then they look a different way. So we're taking a clean brush. We're going to just go in some small circular motions to start with, just to move it and just to blend it. Y'all, these palettes are easy. I don't feel any tingling or burning, but I am concerned that it like, well not that it like, but that it did stain my face, because our eyelids, well for me my eyelids are more sensitive than my face. Like my face may itch or something like that, but my face being irritated is not going to swell up my eyeball, and it's not going to make my eyelid skin get flaky and crusty. So you see the difference. Ooh. Ooh. All right, we have two of these Luvs brushes. I'm gonna put all these hourglass brushes away. I'm gonna put the other two, excuse me for the clank, these other two Esom brushes away. So now I know I don't need all of that. So we're gonna still do the same thing. We're gonna tie it in. So we're gonna do a two-tone over here. So we're gonna take this purple. I do not believe we used that one. I do remember we used the one in the middle, and I think we used this one, and I know we used this one. So we're gonna take this one here and putting this on this Luvs brush. There is a mirror in here, but I did not take the plastic off, but I'm still going to use it. Oh, man. And I was going to put a purple eyeliner under here and a green under here. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just be simple and just put a black for lower lash line and my inner realms. So that's, oh, that's nice. So that is that one. I tapped in again and tapped off. Who was it? I think it might have been Tanya. Hey girl, hey. We were going back and forth in comments of under my the live stream, and I was saying I'm curious to see what these shades will do in their own, particularly I think we were talking about Over the Rainbow, seeing what they do in their own and as a topper and also over a shadow base. And so I'm really curious about how that palette is going to show up. So we use 4 shades from in here. Now we're going to go into Jade. Oh, this is nice. Which one did we not use? Did we use this green? I don't remember. We used this one. I think this one. Did we use this one? I don't remember which one we used or did not use. We're going to take this green right here. Did we use this one? I don't know. But this one down here, this is what I see in person. And looking here now, it's like a different shade of green, but we're going to take that corner shade. This picks up like super easy. I'm tapping off, but there's nothing to tap off. Like nothing is tapping off. This is pretty. Oh, wow. And this is with a loose brush. Like this is not a dense brush at all. Look at that. Oh my gosh. These Ooh, so this is that. Let me go that first. Where's the other LaRouche brush? This one had the purple on it. We're just gonna bring this in here because it seemed to not be here, but it could just be because it's shifty a little bit. All right, so what we're gonna do now. This was super quick and easy. So we're at 22 minutes. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna edit out putting the purple eyeliner up here, the green one here. We're gonna put on the mascara. We're gonna finish the face. When we come back, I do have out a brown lip. This is super basic. Y'all know I'm gonna do a black. We're gonna do a black, but that's kind of dark. Well, it's black, it's gonna be dark. Something is saying just do a purple, but we did a purple when I did the swatch video, so I don't wanna do that again. I'm gonna go, we'll figure it out. I'm taking up too much time. When we come back, everything will be done. This is the finished look, y'all. All we did was put on Fenty foundation, the Fenty primer, and Maleficent from MAC. It's a lip gloss. We didn't do any bronzer, any blush. We didn't do any of that because I wanted to just focus on the eyes, and that's also why I decided not to do a dark lip. So, Violet Thoughts. Get the glare off. That's this look. That's that. And Jade Dreams, get the glare off. That's this look. That is that. Hopefully I did both of those the same for when I do my pictures. But this is what we got, y'all. And I'm hella excited about it. I do the tie-in for it to be two-tone. Purple here, green here, green here. I do think it turned out nice. These, look at the shifts. Oh my gosh. So we have 3 shades on the lid, and it is nice. My eyes are not tingling, they're not burning. Let me get the glares off of this again, which is great because this is the wrong side. Because I was really concerned. So this is what we have. Sorry for the glares. We're going to take a picture really quick. Thank you for bearing with me with that. And let me know what you think. Oh my gosh. I do have a code down below, 15% off of your Notoriously Morbid purchase. This is really nice, and y'all saw how easy this was to do this. Like super easy with a brush. Didn't wet it, didn't use my finger. Didn't even have to use sponge tips. So we're gonna go, hang tight. You'll see me for the other 2 for Cherry Bomb and Over the Rainbow. Thank you for continuing to hang out with me. We're going to put on Tillamook. Y'all see my face. I am so excited to see how these looks are going to come out. I am super excited. I do think I'm going to chop up this portion of the video because it'll be my usual length anyway. But we're using Cherry Bomb, this one. I'm so excited. And I have a plan. I realized yesterday the first shade that I put here from Jade Dreams, when I went back to add more I used a different shade by accident, and I had a feeling I did. But when you're dealing with these, they look one way and then they look another way, and so then I was like, which shade did I use? And I did use the wrong shade, but they layered nicely and they look really nice. And so this is what we're going to be using today. Yeah, I took a picture, and I'm excited for this one because all of these are multi-chromes. And so after this look, after this video, the next time you see me use this one, it will be over a MAC paint pot, the one in Black Mirror, which is a black, because I want to see if it's going to bring out the shifts and enhance the shifts. But I'm excited for that, and even to layer these over dark eyeshadows, like a dark brown or even like a black eyeshadow, and not necessarily it be like a cream base. But I am hella excited. I have brushes out. I'm going to, the whole face is done. Lower lash line, we have NYX retractable eyeliner in silver, and on our inner rims, we have NYX retractable eyeliner, and this shade is deep purple. Brows, they're somewhat trying to meet up today. So yeah, so I'm going to prime the eye, and when we come back, we're going to get started. I have out the Esom V27 brushes, and I have out Hourglass 3. I have this out for lower lash line for one eye. We're also going to put Bougie on our brows, and I like this brush for that. This is an Esom V09, and in case you missed it before, this is what Bougie looks like. So in the brows, it's there, not there, and I really just kind of like that look because it's not too much. Says me who does hashtag team too much. And for over the rainbow, we have out the Esom brushes, a Makeup Forever smudge brush for underneath lower lash line, and I have out two MAC 210s for our eyeliner. We're going to do a yellow, I think, for over the rainbow, and we're going to do a black, I know y'all, basic, for eyeliner for Cherry Bomb. And I thought about doing like a yellow or a white. I said, you know what, let's just calm down because there's already going to be a lot going on. So I pulled out for lip also Notoriously Morbid, I'm Liking Your Style, their liquid lipstick, and I'm going to prime the eye, both of them, and then we're going to come back and we are going to jump in really quick. Before we jump in, the look I did yesterday, I only had it on for like an hour and a half, and there was no staining from Violet Thoughts, but it was only on an hour and a half, so I still had no irritation, no burning or anything like that, which was amazing. So we're going to prime now, and we'll be right back and get started with the look. We're going to start with this shade right here, and we're going to put this on the inner portion of the lid. I am not tapping off. Ooh, that's this shade. Look how that shows up. Oh wow, shows up gold. Oh, interesting. I need to remember too that the Fenty eyeshadow primer, it does say Invisipink. And so that may or may not affect how some shadows show up, even though for me shadows usually do show up true to pan, except some Nomad shadows do show up different on my lids than in the pan. But okay, this is there. I'm thinking this is more of a topper, but that is okay. Now we're going to go to this shade over here, and that's going to go on the second half of the lid. This is creamy. And well, not all the way over, because we're going to put another shade. Oh, a chunk just, there's a chunk right here. You could probably see it, and the chunk fell off. And I do have on white capri leggings, which is awesome because it's going to have makeup stains all over it. And that's why I have indoor clothes. This time I kind of smushed it in, and you see that dip right there. And hopefully we can get this on. I think this would do better with a sponge tip applicator. We are overlapping, and we are going back and forth gently, so I don't like drag my skin. This is a very they're not there type look. Excuse me. I'm going to grab a sponge tip applicator, and oh, I dropped it. I'm gonna grab another one, and we're going to pick this up. Y'all, look how it's just moving. Oh, you see that chunk? I'm gonna knock it onto my cloth and pick it up on a sponge tip, and I'm gonna press it back in the pan. No shadow will be left behind, and so it does help with the sponge tip, as you see. Wow, that was an experience. And so this does help, but the sponge tip does help. If you use your fingers for makeup, that would help as well. So we're just gonna put this here. We're gonna go back to the first brush. Is this the first brush? Y'all keep dropping stuff. My pants are going to be a mess. This, I believe this was the first brush. And we're just going to pull over. So that is that. I'm interested now to see these over in shadow base as well. Yeah, we're going to take this brush and we're going to go into this shade. We're putting this on lower lash line because I like how it had that fiery orange whatchamajigget to it. So we're going to take this one for our outer corner with the Hourglass 3 brush, which picks it up really well. And so we're going to, ooh, that's pretty. First impressions, this would be my least favorite because it is very monochromatic. And so is Jade, and so is Violet Thoughts, but the looks were not monochromatic looks. And this is the first time I'm using it, and so I thought to do a halo look. But seeing that these two are more so as toppers, this shade and that shade, that's causing me to rethink my future strategies on looks to do with these palettes. And so we're using the tip of the brush and lightly just feathering up here, and that's going to really be it for that eye. We're going back with the brush that had that middle shade on it, and we are just going to just lightly feather. I should take a brush with no shadow like I did yesterday because that worked out really well, but you know what, this worked out well too. So this is it for this eye, except for underneath. So I'm going to put these 3 brushes away. We're going to take this brush and we're going to, what was the fiery shade? This one over here. And we're going to turn and swipe, turn and swipe, turn and swipe. Oh yeah. And we're going to put that on our lower lash line. So you see these shadows are easy to work with. Even with the one where that chunk fell off, we put it back in and we still used it. So, you know, and I only see a few flakes of fallout. So shades like that one that get chunky and then they fall, you can just pick up the chunk and use it like I did with the sponge tip, or if you were using a brush. So that's not a deal breaker. And so it's not a lot. Ooh, that is pretty. So it's not a lot of work dealing with these formulas, except just finding what the best tool for you is to use for that look. So we're going to put that down. So this is 4 shades and she cute. Very ethereal in here. I'm liking the hot pink and then the light pink and then the gold, and so I am liking how that's looking. So let's move over to Over the Rainbow. This one, y'all. I'm intentionally using these 2 because these 2, as you can tell, are the most textured, and we have 3 more sides on the sponge tip if I decide to do that. Part of me wants to try it with an Hourglass number 3, but I do think that brush is going to be way too big, and also for it to hold the shadow, because we're going to do one on the first half of the lid and the second on the second half of the lid, which means this will take a while because it's a smaller brush, whereas this is a wider brush. So yeah, I'm going to start with the Hourglass number 3. We're going to start with, I don't remember what they look like when I swatched them, so I'm looking at this one and this one to see what they may do. We're going to take this one first. We're going to take this one first, and of course they look different in person. This is moving around in the pan, creating waves. And yep, we're going to use the Esom brush. And I do have a feeling we're going to end up using sponge tips, but it is picking up a lot better with the Esom brush. Y'all, it is just moving. Like, it is just like creating waves. But we're gonna put this all over with the brush, and I did just scoop up a chunk. The look of this reminds me of a Celestial shade from Pat McGrath. It looks, on the eye, it looks like a thinner formula. And it does, until you smear out the chunk, which is very smooth, by the way, it does look textured. But this is very pretty. So let's see what we're seeing. This is very pretty. Very, very pretty. And I do have, and I just smeared a flake, and I'm making it worse. And that is okay. Yep, right there. Yep. So, okay, we're going to put that brush away. We're going to do this up here first a little bit. We're going to put that brush away. We're going to take a clean one, and we're going to take this shade over here for the outer half of the lid, because I really just wanted to see how they applied with a brush and if it was going to be troublesome. And so we are being sensible with this one. We're only putting 2 multi-chromes on the lid, so if they're going to shift, they are going to shift into each other. If you're into one and dones, I think this would be great for that. Put this on one and done, and put eyeliner on, mascara if you want to, and that's your entire look. So this is what we have with this. Very simple, very easy, very topper-esque. And so again, I am excited to see what these look like over a black base, over a brown base, over a red base, over a gray base. And I have a bunch of gel liners that I use for bases. And so this is very pretty. Is it my preferred aesthetic? No, but am I excited to know that I can do this if I wanted to look like this? Yes. We're going to take that sponge tip and we're going to go into this shade, this first one, and we're going to see if we can amp this up. The first lay down, I do see a lot of texture, but then once I smooth it out, it looks less textured. Not as smooth as these, because this is a different formula than Cherry Bomb. And it seems, if I'm not mistaken, in the other 3 palettes, there's 1, maybe 2 of these textured shades. And so it does look textured. So some of you may not like that. If you already have textured lids, or if you have wrinkles on your lids, you may not like this, because looking down here, it's like for real textured, and I'm just like, that ain't really cute. But if you just want the look and the shine, you got it. We're going to turn this over and we're going to go into this one over here. So it is very pretty. And also, I don't know if you layered it, if it would still look textured. You know what I'm saying? I am all sorts of awkward. I should be going this way where I can see, instead of this way that I can't see. So I do think the sponge tip helps. I question how much it would help using your finger, because if it's just going to keep moving, but then it'll work, because to me a sponge tip does mimic a finger application, and so it's still getting the chunk on and then blending it out, smearing it out. So that's going to be it for that. There's one clean side on this sponge tip, but I think I'm just going to toss it. We're going to take a brush with no shadow on it, and we are just going to go back and forth across the top, like just to blend. This looks very textured in person, very textured in person. And that sort of thing doesn't bother me, but it is so textured that I just can't help but to keep saying it looks textured, because I do know some people don't like that. But from here though, I like how this turns darker when I turn this way, so it's not a complete ethereal look. I like this. I do like this. We're going to put that brush away. Did we use this one? No shadow is puffing up. No, we did not use that one. So, lower lash line. We're going to just take this shade. Because that'll be 3 on the bottom, bro. So no, let's take this one. Look at that shift. So, and when I look in person, this is what I see, this shade. But then look at, no, that wasn't the one I was looking at. I was looking at this one. So this, when I look this way, I see red. This is what I see in person. But then this is how it looks. Wow. So yeah, I need to, and you notice I'm holding them upright today and not upside down, because I was so confused. I'm trying to figure out what shades I used yesterday to write it down. It's not picking up a lot, but we're going to see what's in the brush. There is some in the brush. These shadows and Over the Rainbow are extremely creamy. I do think this is a unique palette in a sense that you have 6 shadows. You can take your pick for whatever shine you want that day. And I do think it'll be exciting experimenting, and in between I am dabbing in here, and you can see how it's creating the marks from where I am like pushing the brush in it to get it onto the brush. Did that sentence make sense? That is cute. This is really cute. I want to get that flake off of my face, but I don't. Do I still have? Yeah, I still have my brush here that I use for foundation, but I finished my entire face, and so this is just going to be there. I don't think it's too noticeable. And I am taking off makeup, so let me just leave it. What I could do, which I didn't plan to do, is take a little bit of Radiant Light. I don't want to use this brush. I'm going to take a little bit of Radiant Light, and we're just going to just put this here, because sometimes Radiant Light does camouflage because it does add radiance. And just because we did the other side, we're going to do this side. So I'm just kind of smooshing it in back and forth. And then we're going to come over here and also come down. And so it does help. Yeah, I like Radiant Light. So let's keep that out for the picture. So what we're going to edit out, I'm going to throw that sponge tip away. We're still going to put, wow, should I just put black on both sides? We're going to be funky in a good way. We're going to be funky in a good way. We're going to put yellow over here, because I'm thinking Pride Month. I haven't done anything for Pride Month yet, but the event that I'm co-hosting this weekend is for Pride Month. But I'm thinking a purple would look good, but it would blend in. We're just going to put this on. We're going to be super funky with that. Super basic over here. We're going to put a black. We're going to put bougie in our brows. We're going to do that. We're going to use Max Stack mascara. We're going to put on the lip, and when we come back, everything will be done. This is our finished look. We did everything that we said we were going to do. So for this eye, we have Cherry Bomb. Get the glare off. And for this eye, we have Over the Rainbow. I feel like I was sitting crooked, and I probably was. But this is it, y'all, and I am really excited. Let me know what you think of each of these palettes. I wish I was able to pump out more looks with these before launch, which is the 21st, because this is a very interesting palette. This for me is a very unique palette, and I'm excited to see what else that it can do over bases. This right here, I'm least excited about it because it's going to turn out red either way you look at it, whereas Jade Dreams and Violet Thoughts, it wasn't all just greens and it wasn't all just purples, and so that was exciting, just seeing the different colors, because I'm thinking this is a purple palette. It really wasn't. Jade is a green palette. It really wasn't. So, but that's pretty cool. But this does seem pretty straightforward in that it is Cherry Bomb. It is a red palette. I love this shade right here, that fieriness under there, but also curious to see what some of these shades will look like over a shadow base too. But if you just do a basic look, this is what you're going to get, and I do think it is very pretty, and I do see the shifts. This, what was the first shade we put on? Was this the first one that we put on? That, it looks pink here, but then you see the gold, and what I'm seeing on my lid is gold, and then it runs into the pink and then over to this shade. So I am glad that we did put this on the outer corner to add some depth to it. I really do like that. This one, when do I put just 2 shades on the lid? Very pretty. So if you can see the texture, I know I keep talking about it because I know some people don't like it, but once you smooth it out, it's pretty. It is really pretty, and I'm excited about this. And so if you want something easy, and even though it is 2 different multi-chromes, even how they just shift into each other, I'm excited about this. So that'll be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on each palette, the looks that I've done with each palette, and if you decide to pick it up, and if you do decide to pick any of them up or anything else on Notoriously Morbid's website, my code is below, and it will save you 15% on your purchase. And so thank you for being here for me to experiment with these palettes, and also for my first impressions, my first time using them, and I am still very much excited about these palettes. And so thank you for being here, and as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.